I had a friend get a little angry with me the other day. We're going to talk about that just a little bit. Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. What you're watching is you're watching me walk. I know, that's boring, but if you consider 2.5 years ago plus a little bit, I could barely stand up for a couple of minutes without severe pain, and now I'm out here walking every day. It begins to make a bit more sense. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. It means a lot to me that you spend just a few moments of your day with me. I would like to ask everyone to help me out just a little bit. Hit that thumbs up, drop down in the comments and say, "Hi, Bob." And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. All these things are absolutely free and help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life. I am 61 years old and I'm doing things I couldn't do when I was 40. Oh, there's a big fingerprint smudge on the camera top. I don't know if that made any difference or not, but there we go. It's a really nice day here in Omaha, Nebraska. This is actually Thursday, but you guys will be seeing this on Saturday. So it is Saturday, weekly wins. Drop down in the comments and tell me what your win for the last couple of weeks has been, because I didn't get a video made last Saturday. But today I've got the pace picked up just a little bit because it's a really nice day and I'm feeling my oats. But anyway, let's talk about why my friend got mad at me. And after he thought about it a little bit, he got less mad because he realized I was right. But of course, they always want to say, well, you're not a parent, let me worry about my kids. Well, he was complaining or explaining that his child, who had been getting in trouble in school, was diagnosed with ADHD. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that ADD and ADHD don't exist, but I think it's so wildly over-diagnosed when what we're doing to our kids is borderline criminal. They feed them all this sugar and food dyes. First, the parents do it at home, then they go to school and they've got some kind of a snack, and then they've got lunch, and then they've got another kind of a snack. So the kids stay hopped up on sugar all day long. And to top all that off, come to find out, even if they have recess, they're not doing a recess the way I remember doing recess. Because we went out on the playground and we played on the jungle gym, played on the monkey bars, did some, what was the name of that game? Tetherball. We played tetherball, we played basketball, and we even got into the occasional pickup game of dodgeball. It was not unusual by the end of recess to go back into class with at least one bump or bruise or sore spot because you fell off the monkey bars, or you twisted wrong on the jungle gym, or you got smacked in the face with a dodgeball. Good times. But apparently they don't get to do all that anymore. So now the kids are stuck in the classroom, hopped up on sugar, and no outlet for all that extra energy that they have acquired throughout the day from all that sugar. Also, that the drug companies can say, here, have some Ritalin or whatever else they're putting kids on these days. So instead of cutting down on the amount of sugar we're feeding our kids and artificial food dyes and not letting them get exercise throughout the school day, we're putting them on mood-altering, mind-altering drugs. And then wonder why they have problems in school. Well, why can't my kid concentrate in school? Why is he not getting any good grades? Why? It's the constant question that parents are asking. And I don't blame them. But they don't stop to think. And I was trying to explain this all to a friend of mine, and he just got angry. Oh, you don't know anything about raising kids. You don't know anything about what's actually going on. Really? I probably should have just kept my mouth shut, but I just can't anymore. I see so much of what's going on in this country on an individual basis. You know, our kids being put on mind-altering, mood-altering drugs that stick with them because, you know, it apparently works. So a lot of these kids are on those drugs well into adulthood. And then we wonder why so many young adults are not becoming productive members of society. Could it be that we're drugging them to their eyeballs? I think that could very well be the case. I think I turned a street early. I'm not really sure where I'm at, but we're going to keep going here. Because it's a beautiful day for a walk. Oh. I had something else I was going to talk about today, and I can't really remember. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think of my theories. Was I right to say something to the guy just to get him thinking? You know, even though he got mad at me, I'm thinking that perhaps he'll get a chance to think about this and perhaps even change. Just a little something. Well, maybe if I stop feeding my kid sugar in the morning, he won't be so antsy in school. And when did playing dodgeball in school become a bad thing? Yes, the red rubber ball could leave some marks, but getting kids active, I mean, of course, the big thing is that you got to throw the dodgeball at kids you didn't like. But it also taught reflexes and lots of other things. Playing on the monkey bars in the jungle gym. You know, telling a kid, go over to this bar and do 15 chin-ups or pull-ups. That's boring. Kids don't want to do that. But tell them climb to the top of the jungle gym and then play King of the Mountain with 4 or 5 of your friends. Yeah, that was really safe, but it was a lot of fun. And through play, we got exercise in. Which is why Dr. Barry always talks about go outside and play. I talk about functional movement quite a bit, and I know purposely getting exercise can get boring. You know, there's nothing really exciting about doing sit-ups and push-ups and squats. It's something we have to do. But if we could find an activity that we like, you know, in Dr. Barry's case, he goes out and does his farm work, chopping on brush and trees, stacking brush piles, feeding the animals. Doing all that stuff is exercise, but doesn't really feel like exercise. And I guess that's the big point to today's video. Besides getting a great walk in on a beautiful day in Omaha, when it comes to exercise and getting functional movement in, find something that's fun for you. I know there's some people that get great enjoyment out of going to the gym and pumping iron. I know there's people like me that get a lot of enjoyment out of being out here walking around the neighborhood. Find something you like to do that's an activity that gets your body moving. We don't have to all aspire to be like Jonathan over at Carnivore Muscle or Arnold Schwarzenegger or any of those bodybuilders. We just, as older adults, need to stay functional and do things that will help keep us out of the nursing home by the time we get to an extreme advanced age. We want to live independently as long as we can. Heck, I'm 61 and I'm getting ready to take my trailer down to Texas and live a pretty hard lifestyle of off-grid in the desert. Do I have moments of pause, thinking about how hard that's going to be? Of course I do. I wouldn't be human if I didn't. But it's also something that drives me forward. Find something in your life that drives you forward. And try not to. I know it's hard to watch your friends struggle with things. I'm going to go ahead and walk down to the other corner and back, because I just remembered sort of what I wanted to talk about. So I'll touch on it lightly and go into a little bit more detail next time. But I've had questions, and I don't really have a good answer for them, but I have a lot of people that on a pretty regular basis will send me the question, what am I going to do, Bob? I've got this friend that's so sick and out of shape, but will not listen to anything I have to say. Or I've got this parent who's starting to fade, but they won't listen to anything I have to say. What do I do? Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do. You can be a good example to them. Show them, look, you've seen me. You know where I was, in my case, 2.5 years ago. and you can see where I am today, do you think maybe I sort of know what I'm doing? Unfortunately, most people aren't going to listen, and that's really sad. And I wish I had some really great advice on how to convince somebody that they should give this a try, but there is no good way. All you can do is be a great example in how you live your life and how fit you're getting and how healthy you are, so that when that person that you're concerned about hits rock bottom, they can't get out of bed anymore, or they can't tie their own shoes anymore, or whatever it happens to be, something will happen. And that's the crossroads where they have to make up their mind. Do I want to try something different? Or, like I was doing for about a year and a half prior to starting Carnivore, do I really want to just sit around and wait to die? Those are really the two choices. And like I said, I wish I had a better answer for you on that, but I just don't. There's nothing you can do to force somebody to listen to you. All you can do is be a great example, and when they hit rock bottom, maybe they'll say, oh, I saw Bob go through that big change in his life. Maybe I should ask him what he did to change his life like that. That's somebody that's ready to be convinced. Anyway, hopefully some of what I said today made sense. Again, it's Saturday. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what your win for the week was. That's what I've got for you today, folks. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.